Mr. Smith, is it possible to repair bad credit on your own? That's a question that we get often, and this video hopefully provides the answer. What up, you got Mr. Smith, point 0.5 of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and in this brief video / audio, depending on how you're tuning into this, the question that we get often is it possible to repair bad credit on your own? And the answer, and simply put, is absolutely. Simply put. But I will say this, just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it. What do I mean? Is it possible for you to change out your own motor on your car? Absolutely. Is it possible for you to build your own house? Absolutely. Is it possible for you to do certain repairs to your car or home? Absolutely. But just because you can do it doesn't mean that you should do it. Now, I will say that credit isn't as difficult as the things that I listed in terms of changing your own motor, building your own house, things of that nature. However, for certain people, mentally, it may be just as difficult because of the things that have to go into it, the back and forth with the bureaus, things of that nature. And some people just don't have the time or the wherewithal in order to make that happen. So you have to know who you are as an individual in order to determine if it makes sense for you to do it yourself. But if you're wondering if you can, of course you can, but that doesn't mean you should. So this is a conversation that you have to have between you and you. Do you have the time to do it based on everything else you got going on? Do you have the patience to do it based on everything that's got going on? Or would it benefit you more to hire someone to do it on your behalf and you learn some of the steps that go along with it so you can at least be being educated in the process? Because what I like people to do is, if you do hire someone, at least be learning. And if you do decide to do it yourself, at least save yourself time by getting access to a system that can save you from having to do all of the homework on your own, figuring out every nut and bolt that goes along with it. So understanding that is understanding that you can do it, but it's a way to do it strategically if you decide to do it yourself. And if you decide not to do it yourself, then at least make sure you're learning something. So that way, once your credit is where you want it to be, you know how to keep it there. It's one thing to get it there, but keeping it there is a whole nother thing. So what do I recommend in terms of getting access to understanding how to do credit yourself? For one, we have a free credit class that you can take advantage of by clicking the available link below. That free credit class dives in deep on how you can go about restoring your own credit, how you can understand all of the factors that are involved in credit, so that way you can know what you need to be doing and spending your time on based on your credit report or your current credit standing. So grab that free credit class through the available link below. However, if you want to save yourself even more time, invest in yourself and get access to our credit system, which is a membership that allows you to get access to our DIY credit system, video tutorials that walk you through step by step on how to restore your own credit. Very inexpensive, and it costs you not to get access to it, because if you have bad credit, then it's a good chance you're paying or overpaying thousands of dollars a year just by high interest rates. So just understanding investing in yourself really saves you money. Don't get caught up in thinking that you save a couple of dollars by not investing into something that can save you time and money. So definitely make sure you understand that. But that DIY system includes letters and education and all of the video tutorials and steps of how to restore your credit. So make sure you take full advantage of that. We got a ton of free information that we've already put out there. So if you've been tuned in for any amount of time, then by all means, you can definitely take advantage of that. But we put it all into a nice package with the free credit class as well as our 5-day credit challenge. If you see that's still available for free, then grab it as well. But what you do want to note is, if you know that you developed in your head, okay, based on all the stuff I got going on, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a parent, I'm a this, I'd rather pay somebody to restore my credit and give me guidance on what I need to do so I can focus and spend time on the other things that really help keep things going in my personal life, then by all means schedule a consultation. You can do that through the available link below, and we'll be happy to hop on the phone with you, see if we're a good fit for one another. In other words, if we feel like we can serve you in a way that benefits your current situation, then by all means we'll take you on as a client. If we don't feel like we can bring you value, then no big deal. We won't take you on as a client, and we'll point you in the right direction to some better options, because we don't want to just take you on just for the sake of having you as a client if we don't feel that we can serve you at the level that you deserve to be served. So with that being said, yes, you can restore your own credit, but just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it. So just know yourself, understand what it is you're capable of, from a time standpoint, from an energy standpoint, because it is some back and forth that goes on with restoring your credit. However, once you make that decision, now you know which direction you need to head so you can best serve yourself, maximize your time, your money, your energy, your efforts. That's all I got for this particular segment. Hopefully that served you well. Mr. Smith, signing out. Salute.